You.
Hello. I was wondering, do you guys ever find it weird that some people will call you by their character names, especially you, Rob, since I've heard people go around calling you God.
Yeah, it's funny, right? It doesn't, you know, it's funny. It's just funny to me. I mean, it's me, right? And I'm walking down the hall and you're like, hey, God, what's up, God? You know?
And then you answer so blasé, like, hey.
What's up? Yeah, I really like the, oh my Chuck and stuff like that. That makes me laugh. Sometimes I'll say, oh my me. I'm really feeling Randy.
Does Randy ever say stop it?
Randy says, stop that. What about you, Dick?
I don't know if people call me the trickster or Gabriel very much. I think God sort of like is a great, like, sort of snappy, what's up, God?
But people don't hate trickster.
When I'm walking down the hall, I don't necessarily think when I'm walking down the hall people say, trickster.
You know, I heard someone call you Loki the other day, which you don't hear that as much.
I don't hear that much, yeah, that's I don't hear that much reference.
What about you, young John / Michael?
That's what they say. Young John / Michael! I get it often and I love it. Every minute of it, it's nice. The young John. With the slash, really, it just does it for me.
Yeah.
Young John / Michael. I just,
Yeah.
love it.
Thanks for the question.
Thank you. You.
I wanted to know what your favorite or most interesting fan interaction was.
No question. One of the best ever was I was in Dallas, and I was actually staying in the same hotel that the convention was in. So I'm in the elevator, and I'm going down to the convention level. Elevator opens, and a young woman walks in with her mum. She goes, looks at me, and goes, ah! Runs. And the doors just go. But the best thing, it wasn't even her reaction, it was the reaction of the other people in the elevator. Who is he? What did he just do to that young woman? It was pretty good. And I didn't know whether to say anything. So the next 3 floors down were kind of... happens all the time.
Happens all the time.
So that was pretty good. That was pretty priceless.
That's awesome.
All right, I've a few more another day, but keep going. Hello.
Hi, so what are the weirdest fan experiences you guys have ever had?
Sorry.
No, this is gonna sound like I'm sucking up to you guys, but I love the fans and the fandom, and it's cool because our show is, I mean, not that we all don't. Love you too. Thanks, Mom. This show is so specific. You know, I can walk in a lot of places and nobody has any idea who the tall, long-haired guy is. But if somebody knows me, they know my work, so it's really neat. So I don't randomly have people coming up and going like, oh my gosh, whoa, whoa, who don't know the work, know what I stand for, know what we as a fandom and a family stand for. So I haven't really had any weird experiences. I've had some unique ones. I don't want to call it weird. When Genevieve and I were on our honeymoon, we hiked Machu Picchu for our honeymoon. And then we also, it was fun. Yeah, great honeymoon, right? and then we went to Bora Bora. And on the flight to Bora Bora on Air Tahiti Nui, our flight attendant, really nice guy, it's probably a better way to say it. And he's talking to us the whole time, and he doesn't really mention the show or anything. And then finally he's like, by the way, I really like your show. And this was, God, 7 years ago, I guess. And he's like, I really like your show, and I actually have the tattoo. I was like, what? Like, what a random, he had the tattoo, he showed, he proved it. That was, I think, my first experience with seeing somebody out in the wild that had the tattoo. And then I was, it's scary out there.
Rarely seen in his natural habitat.
The Jared Padalecki can be seen with long hair.
Rummaging amongst the trees. Yeah, so that kind of stuff is funny. And I was at, what's the golf place?
It's called a golf course.
Top Golf. I was at Top Golf in Austin, and again, randomly out in the wild, our waiter had the tattoo. It was just cool. I was like, sweet. So that was fun. Again, not weird. It was more like, oh, weird, but not weird, you know? Oh, coincidental.
It's. I would say it's never weird. It's more just kind of surprising to us at this point. Nothing strikes us as weird. We work on a show called Supernatural. We live in the weird. And we love it. Last night, I went to Starbucks before I came here for the concert.
Starbucks!
And I was tired from the day. Our clock's a little off. We're still on West Coast time. I'm like, I'm gonna need a coffee if I'm gonna go and get on stage. So went to in Midtown. There it was a Starbucks. I walked in, and the place was kind of empty. It's late at night, and there was a guy behind the counter, and probably mid to late 20s, black guy, dreads, super cool, hip hop kind of guy. He was like, "Yo, what's up?" No. Get out of here, man. No. Hang on. Man, I gotta compose myself. Hang on. And I'm looking around like, is this for real? And then he looks at his baristas like, he's like, yo, you know who this is? Shits and Ackles. Supernatural. Voice of the Red Hood. Smallville, Dark Age. You don't know who this is? He like read my resume off to the barista. Meanwhile, this poor little like Hispanic girl behind the coffee machine is looking at me going, I don't know who he is. I don't know who he is. Jay-Z came in here the other day. He didn't do this. Caught me off guard. Was not expecting that.
That reminded me of one. You gotta tell the Dishman story. I shot a movie in Richmond, Virginia, when it was the current murder capital of the U.S. And I was at some bar with the cast that we shouldn't have been at. You know, we took a wrong corner, and we were like, oh, let's just go grab a drink. As soon as we walk in, I was like, this is something bad's gonna happen. And I see this guy across the bar, kind of a burly fella, like looks like a lumberjack, bearded. And as soon as I walk in, he's like, I'm gonna die today. This is how I die. He's just eyeballing me, and I'm like, every time I cross, I'm like trying to pretend to not see if he's still looking at me, and he is. I'm like, oh my god. And I can see him kind of doing this to his buddies, as if like, hey, I'm gonna go kick this guy's ass or something. Sure enough, he gets up, starts walking over. I was like, oh, come on, man, come on. Like, I've been beat up.
Not today.
Yeah. I was like, I've been in fights, I've gotten beat up. I was like, I'm cool with getting beat up, I don't want to get killed. Like, this is the murder capital. Sure enough, he comes in, he's kind of like looking around, like he's gonna do something funny. And he goes, hey man, you want Gilmore Girls? So now I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, does his wife have a crush on me? He's gonna kill me? I was like,
am I still gonna die?
Am I still gonna die? So I'm like, yeah. And he goes, oh yeah, it's him, come on over. And like, brings his boys over. I think I took a picture, I was still kind of like, so that was,
Hi. What is your funniest or craziest fan experience?
Funniest or craziest fan experience? I don't know. I don't really like write those down. You know what? The funniest ones are the ones where you least expect it. At the conventions, it's almost all girls, but outside of the conventions, it's almost all guys. I mean, there's a lot of speculation on why that might be. One of my favorite things, I was at a friend's show at the Viper Room in LA. Super tiny venue, and you know, it's just not a crowd that I would expect to see a Supernatural fan. And I'm in this crowd watching my friends play, and in the middle of a song, this really tall dude walks by with like drinks above everyone's heads. And he like grazes past me and he goes, "Kevin Tron!" And then he just keeps going. And I didn't know what to do about it. I'm like, okay. And then he did it on the way back after that. So I thought that was pretty funny. I don't get it. But it was kind of funny.
I was at ACL, the music festival, just over a month ago. And it's like 100,000 people, or I don't know how much it is, tens of thousands of people, 7 stages, 8 stages if you count the kid part. Anyways, it's a huge park, tens of thousands, about 100,000 people walking around. And I'm sitting there talking to my buddy Logan. And we're chatting, we're talking about Jen and the kids and yada yada. And I look over and I see a girl walking in a tank top. And it's a Love Yourself First tank top. And I was like, Logan, 1 second, man. And so I walk over to her and I tap her on her shoulder and I go, "Hey, I love your shirt. Thank you so much for like spreading the message." And she goes like this, "Yeah." And carries on walking. And I was like, that's not how I expected things to go. About 10 minutes later,
Didn't she walk away going like, "Yeah, and don't get any ideas, creepo"?
Basically, security is a tall creep. About 10, 15 minutes later, I feel a tap on my shoulder, and I turn around, and it's her. And she's like, it's now, I guess, sat in. And she's like, "I'm so embarrassed." She's like, "It just freaked me out, and I didn't know what to say. What did I say to you?" And I was like, "You kind of just said yeah." She's like, "Oh my God. I'm so sorry." It's my favorite tank top and this and that. We ended up taking a picture. I'll tweet it someday. I asked her, I was like, "Hey, can I tweet this?" Because it was so cool. I've seen that at a few airports, and I've seen that. And it's so neat to see the message out there from the SBN family, just kind of making the world a better place, spreading love and kindness and acceptance. And so that was a real treat to me. Stuff like that, fun little moments.
This is from a question from my best friend at home. Like, he couldn't make it, and he always wanted me to ask you this.
Uh-huh.
He always wanted to ask, how is it like being recognized as playing Bobby Singer in the series of Supernatural? Like, he always wanted to know that.
You mean like getting recognized in
how,
public?
Yeah, and how is it like playing with the boys?
Well, I've said this often. I acted for a living for 35 years before anybody cared. And then I found you guys. So it thrills me to be recognized by somebody who knows me as Bobby. And I love it when people come up and say hi and say they like the show and that they like the character. I really do love it. I get, every once in a while, I will see on Twitter that somebody says, "Oh, I saw you in the mall, and I didn't want to come say hi." And I'm like, why not, man? I don't know if it'll make you feel good, but it'll make me feel good. And it doesn't happen so often that I have to worry about it. So yeah, I love it. It's this connection that we have with you guys in this large setting, it also works one-on-one. And so if I'm if I'm at the movie theater or walking down the street and you see me and you want to say hi, that's really cool with me. I mean, you know, if I see you coming over the fence into my yard, I may go. But no, I really like it. It's very flattering. And my best friend is an actor, and he says nobody got into this business because they were healthy. There's an ego thing that goes on that it's very satisfying and rewarding when people let you know they like what you do. And, you know, we ought to do that a lot more for each other, but we don't always get to see what other people do for a living. You get to see most of what I do. So, you know, I like it. Thank you.